Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of Dweeb and the Mechanitor here, where I want to start making some moves here. We've been fussing around with Dweeb and not really getting anywhere or doing anything. I want to get a couple of important things done today. One is building a throne room for Dweeb. He's slightly royal. He's sort of the lesser well thought of person of the royal family. I don't know, some distant cousin of a distant cousin, but he's technically royal, and he could be more royal if we get him a throne to sit on. So I want to start making some moves in that direction. I also want to put down, and I've been very reluctant to do this because I don't know if we're going to stay here or not, but I want to put down a grav anchor. Now, you're saying to yourself, you could put down a grav anchor and just leave still. You don't have to live here forever. Yeah, grav anchor is really intensive in materials, though. So the grav anchor is 300 plasteel, which I technically have, barely. The gravlite panels, which ain't nothing, and then advanced components. Now, I can do this. I've got all the stuff to do this, and I think we'll probably make that move. But let me get going on the throne room first. I think we'll pop it maybe over here, kind of below the research room down here. So what have I got a lot of stone blocks of? Slate and some granite. Okay, let's just start this going. Let's stop fussing around here and start this going. So what if we said there's a granite wall like here, and then up to here? That'll be a semi-decent sized throne room for right now. And then just put a regular old door right here. Okay, start to put all of that together. Also, somebody mine out this and mine out this, because otherwise we have no path to get from A to B. And again, reluctantly, but I'm going to put down the grav anchor. Let's pop that down. Where am I unlikely to build? Probably over here. I don't see us building out in that area very much. So let's maybe put, or maybe over here. That'd be a really good spot. We're probably not coming over here. So put that there. I think once that's up, just because raiders often target power, so maybe they target the grav anchor. I might put a wall around that and just keep it there. Does that require power? Now that I say that, does that require power? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Butch is out training tigers, which is excellent. That's a perfectly sensible thing for you to be doing. How many tigers do I have now? Yeah, we got the 4. Yeah, no chance of pregnancy, unfortunately. We've still got 4 tigers, and that's 4 more tigers than I have in the real world, which is really, really good. Witty, how's your game going on here? Like what's up with you these days? Yeah, you're so not into that sect nonsense anymore. That's really good of you, and I appreciate it if you just completely abandoned that line of thought and embraced our line of thought. I'm not really sure what that is anymore. It's been a very long time since I set up the ideology of this colony, but I'm sure it was very, very exciting, and you're going to be very, very excited to believe in it. Wow, you hate everyone. You just despise everyone. Oh, we're going to work on that, kid. You're going to love it here when you're, not actually a prisoner. When you've got, better lifestyle ahead of you. Speaking of which, when we do eventually convert you, do I have any unused bedrooms? I do not. I do not. We might have to do a fair bit of construction in the near future. And this is done. How am I fixed for... I have no steel. Do we have steel on the map that I haven't carted home yet? Yeah, we've been gradually carving through all of these mountains, but not to really any good use there. This is... You keep saying you're about to put up a grav anchor. This map sucks, Dave. This map is not very good. Do I really want to pick everyone up and move again, though? That's the thing. Do I want to pick the entire colony up and move one more time? Maybe. Maybe. I feel like I'm going to hold off on the grav anchor again, because it's just so intensive for materials. And even if I deconstructed it, and I'm not going to get all of the materials back, and I know I've done this like every single episode, if I wanted to move, where would I go? Virtually anywhere, really. Virtually anywhere. Could head in that direction. That would get us closer to whatever this is, the grav core, and there'll probably be some more grav panels there. I'm almost feeling we're out. I started this episode, 5 minutes ago, by saying, we're staying where we are, we're putting up a grav anchor. This map really sucks, Dave. There's like no steel on this map at all. There's some down here that we're getting, but I need a lot more than that. I'll tell you that right now, I need a lot more than that. The tiger is out helping, I guess. Just kind of, you're hauling things. Oh, awesome, that's good. Wow, a tiger with a mouthful of steel. You know what? Cancel that just for right now, Z's. Just cancel that. We'll come back to that. Oh, you've been converted, Witty. Excellent, good. So you don't believe in your nonsense anymore. Now you believe in our nonsense. So let's start recruiting you. Not bad, 12.0 on the recruitment thing. We'll get through that fairly soon. And the concept of the throne room is down. Are we making stone blocks? Please say yes. Have we suspended those? No. Make any stone blocks forever. So I was getting back up into here with my complete lack of steel. We've pulled a bunch from there, but not really what I need. So let's spend all of our steel on floors, because that's sensible. So spend that like that. And then we've done bioregeneration. That's cool. That could be something to go in this room. And what are we going to get into now? Let's get into standard grav tech, because that'll get me the better tank, just in case I want to leave. I won't be able to make the thruster right now unless we go into space, which is admittedly an option that I have. Advanced grav tech. Where do I already know how to make the spacesuits? I don't think that's in here. I think that's in the advanced fabrication bench. Is it? Not really sure. Mech commanders, mech gestations. Can I make... Or is that actually in... That's not in tailoring, is it? That would be ridiculous, right? We wouldn't put something like that in tailoring, would we? Would we do something like that? No, I don't think I know how to make these yet. And I'm not sure when I know how to make those. Hang on. Standard grav tech. Yes, things. Good, cool. Advanced is not those things. Do I already know how to make this? I'm genuinely not sure. Really not sure about that. Is it in the advanced one? I mean, you have that thing. Why don't you look for this? No. And then check this one again, because you didn't really go through this very carefully, did you? Really didn't go through that very carefully. No, I don't remember... I don't immediately remember how I learned to make the spacesuits. Let me see if I can just kind of pin that down real quick. Assumedly, it would be in the grav tech things, right? Well, why don't you look for it, Days? Why don't you look for it? So just maybe type grav and see what comes up, except actually type it properly. So grav anchor, field chip extender. Okay, cool. Grav tech, yep. And then that is primarily where I'm getting that stuff. Okay. Backburner all of this. Backburner everything that you're doing right now. Just focus on, I guess, the throne room? Oh, I'm very indecisive. Dweeb, here... Oh, wow, they already finished the floor. Dweeb, here's the problem with me and you. I don't, and I've said this many times, I just don't have a clear vision for you. Shelter for an ally. Okay, slam it into pause mode. We'll look at that in a sec. Band node. No, I don't really want that. I want the... Wait, what is a subcore soft scanner? Thousands of tiny tissue probes. Ooh, that sounds like a fun way to spend a Tuesday evening. High energy brain scanner. I wish I had one of those around the house. System uses the probes and scanners to sense a neuropsychic pattern, analog transfer to a new standard tier mechanoid subcore. I don't even know what any of that means, but it's very, very exciting. So I could get the large mech gestator and... Show me this one more time. No, show me things I want to look at. All right, high-tier subcore. High-tier subcores. By building a subcore rip scanner. This all sounds very, very complicated. But I should probably get one of those. I should probably get this. That's a lot of components that I don't have and a lot of steel that I don't have. What does the antenna do? No, show me things that I want to look at. I like looking at things. No, yeah, thank you. Signaling device. Powerful mech signal pulse. Okay, oh, it's just going to, It's just going to summon more mechs. Oh, let's not do that. I mean, I get the idea, summon them and then kill them and then reap the benefits from that. But how about we didn't do that? What you could think about doing in an interim thing, Dave, is putting up the smelter. Because the smelter, you could use the steel slag chunks, of which you have a number, to get stuff, ideally, steel. So the electric smelter, that I can put together fairly easily. Put that in there. And then give it a chair, because everyone loves having a chair. I know I do. I'm sitting in one right now, and I'm very keen on it. Okay. Go back to this, and then look at the things that you were looking at. So this is the thing we want, and then we want the larger mech gestator. Okay, put that like this. This is a lot of materials that I'm spending right now. All right, what's shelter for an ally? What's your problem? Okay, you want to land here for 5 days. It's actually not that great rewards. Neural heat dump, yay. Woot. A masterwork great bow that's not even that valuable, and some goodwill. Admittedly, goodwill of one of the space merchants, which is very, very cool. No, actually, I'm just gonna go with a no at this. The rewards are just not thrilling me to put up with another mouth to feed and no bedroom to put them in, I might add. So no, we're gonna go ahead and pass on that. We've already cleaned up all of my mistake over here. Let's get some more wood going on. So do just chop all of that for right now and see if we can find, again, any more steel on the map. How's the mountain carving going over here? Yeah, we've basically carved out all of that. Let's start working on maybe this one. So just start mining everything there. And then all of this, we're just going to bisect this entire mountain until I find something that appeals to me. Ideally steel and or components. That would be fantastic. And then do, I don't know, do like over to there or something like that. Maybe one down here. Yeah, right until you get wet. When you're wet, you're done. Now what? Now what do I want to do with my time? I want more stone blocks so I can start doing a nicer floor in here. If I'm going to do a floor, I may as well do the good floor. That being said, you don't actually have a... That's going to take a lot to do that entire room. That's going to take more than a little bit. What you could start doing is putting up the braziers, because they love the old braziers around here. So how about we did a brazier? No, not the dark light one. A slate brazier. And put them like just in the corners like that and that. And that's going to require even more wood because, you know, burning things in the brazier. That's kind of the whole point. So chop all of that down too. Just chop down everything. Nature is for suckers. Don't worry about any of this. I'm just going to sit here and be indecisive for the rest of this entire run until I figure out something to do around here. I was thinking this guy's going to need a bedroom, so maybe we'll move on that. But mostly just the stone blocks. This is almost done. So let's get, as soon as you're done there we go. Let's start getting steel done. So smelt metal from slag, just do it forever until I tell you to stop. That would be ideal. Hydroponics is looking pretty good right now. Could invest in another couple of hydroponics trays, but I think this is fine for right now. What are you doing in here? You're doing rice, allegedly. This is done. So start the scanner? Okay, start scanning. Waiting for ingredients. Okay, good. We're on that at some point, so we're going to make some kind of subcore thing. And we should be holding all of these in here. So items, not unfinished, but unfinished, sure, unfinished subcores, yeah. And then miscellaneous, we should be storing any subcores, right? We're storing any subcores. Let's just check that a little bit. Subcore. Oh, yeah, do the basic ones as well. Basic can go in there, absolutely. So do all of those. Dweeb, I would assume that's your job. Oh, Baby's on it. Baby's on it, but I think probably Dweeb's the only one who can do it, right? That seems right. Raphael's trying to convert still water. Raphael, stop it. Just stop it. That's not very nice. Braziers are going in. Okay, cool. So I could start another corridor, like, over here. And then do some bedrooms or something along there. See how that kind of goes. Let me move this thing here. So expand it that way, but then shrink it that way, like that. All right, and we'll move that over there at some point. I'm not really fussed about it right now. Wouldn't mind a decent trader showing up. For what reason, I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't mind a decent trader showing up. I like it when decent traders show up, and then they have things, and then I can buy things. I've got some money. I've got... Do I have any narcotics? No, we're alarmingly low on narcotics, which is odd for me. Path to profit around here. Path to profit is hardcore narcotics. Have we put the thing in here? Waiting for occupant. Is that Dweeb? Dweeb, do you go in here? I don't know. I just want to see what happens, Dweeb. I've never really gone very far along the Mechanitor line, so I don't really know what it is you do. I mean, you're going to have a nap, clearly, and get poked and prodded, and your nerve endings are going to get all excited. It's actually sounds like a pretty good time if you get right down to it. This might be the best day year happened so far. And while we're looking at all this, why don't we put a light up in here, too? So put that up, say, there. Okay. You know how you keep saying you need better weapons and then you never make them, Dave? Do you want to move on that at all? Problem is still largely components, but we could probably get something going on in here. So, yeah, make another LMG. We always need better weapons. There's never anything wrong with having more weapons around here. And then what? Then what? So, the subcore thing's done. So we've got a standard subcore now. Okay, great. So that gets me into getting the gestator, which I actually weirdly do have the steel for. This is getting to be a big old room. Pop that guy in there. And then I still need way more steel. Okay, Butch is on that. Butch is actually making some steel out of the slag. That's good. It's not going to be a ton, but it'll kind of help to keep us topped off as we go along there. That's my goal anyway. What? Beta's in a daze. Beta's always in a daze. Beta's always having a bad day. Beta, what's your problem now? What is your deal? Oh yeah, the psychite withdrawal. Yeah, we're not really making a tremendous amount of hardcore narcotics. Sorry, kid. Sorry. I could put some more in the hydroponics trays. And why are we not doing anything over here? Is the Agrahan? The Agrahan's probably on charge duty. Now that's Constructoid. And that's my Militor. There's my other Militor down there. No, not really sure why. Where's my Agrahan and why is it not doing anything around here? Is it in some weird zone? So the Agrahan is unrestricted. It should be able to go anywhere. It's kind of odd. We've got some Psychoid brewing over here. Or growing, rather, not brewing. We're working on the brewing part. The brewing part is happening in the fullness of time. We don't actually have a bill for that. Let's just make sure that's going there. So make Psychite tea basically forever. Just if you've got it, make it. And why don't you bump that up above fine meals, because Beta's going to have a bit of a trip. Hey, Beta, when are you going to go, like, nuts on things? Oh, it's just an addiction. Okay, you're not genetically predisposed to it. You're just highly addicted to Psychite. Okay, I'll try and make some more for you. Again, a really good response to a crippling drug addiction is just to take more drugs, because that kind of solves the problem. Admittedly, in the short term. But it does solve the problem. I mean, the problem has been solved in that you are no longer withdrawing from drugs if you just keep taking drugs. It's an avenue you can explore. How are we doing over here? Okay, we need some components that we barely have right now. Have we started bisecting my new mountain yet? Yeah. Yeah, actually, progress is going pretty well on this. Raphael's coming in, completely naked. Ooh, that looks like something. It's gold. I mean, cool. Awesome. It's not... Weirdly, it's not what I wanted. I wanted components, but gold will do. I've actually got a fair bit of gold. I'm not that shy of gold. But some more is not... Ah, there we go. There's some steel right there. That's good. If we found some components in that mountain, that would not be a bad idea. We've done standard gravtech. Getting Vaxstone. I know how to get Vaxstone. You have to go into space. And I need to figure out how to make the spacesuits to do that. Why don't we go into... what exactly? Get into more turrets. That might be something. I already know how to do the basic ones. Could get into the better ones. Orbital tech. Ah, that's where my vac suits are. Okay, cool. That's where they live. All right, so let's get that researched. Because if we're going to get any farther with Odyssey, we're going to need some Vaxstone, and that only lives in space. There are no avenues that I am aware of to get that on the planet. I've never seen a trader with it. And that doesn't mean they don't exist. I've just never seen a trader with it. I believe you have to go into space for that. The Tigers are already hauling the gold in, which is great. I don't really know what I'm going to do with all of that, but it's just nice to have. And how big is that steel thing looking? Okay. There is a quantity of steel, and there's actually even more gold up here. That is cool. I mean, if nothing else, it's some really good stuff later that we could be building out of that. Yes, thank you. I know how to get gravstone. We have to go into space. When we have to get back stone and then make it into blocks, etc., etc., etc. How are we doing over here? All right, we got all the steel. And we're out of components, though. We've used... Oh, unless they're in transit. Yeah, I think they were in transit. Okay, good. So we've got a thing over here. We've got one of the subcore things that we need. I could start making more. Dweeb, do you have like a health deficit after that? No, Dweeb, come here. Yeah, scanning sickness. Okay, so you're going to be sick for a little while, and then you could probably do it again, which is, you know, again, a good way to spend a Tuesday, as far as I'm concerned. Now what? How many are we doing on stone blocks? Yeah, we're not making a lot of progress in that. Okay. Let them just kind of finish what they're doing, and more importantly, get more steel smelted and more stone blocks made. Yeah, Butch is kind of bouncing between the smelter and the block cutter, desperately trying to keep up. Is there anyone who does crafting who might be more spun towards crafting? Butch is on it hardcore. You're terrible at it, but you will get better. And apart from the tigers, you don't really do much else around here. So keep doing that. Obviously, Beta's number one, but Beta's off on a trip right now. Lumpy is very, very good. Should I maybe put you on... Yeah, it's just Lumpy does my research. And Beta can do conversions now, which is good. Not necessarily practical at the moment, but good nonetheless. Okay, how about we started something that I can't quite imagine yet? What if I got a lot of stone blocks of slate and granite? How about we just start doing a slate wall somewhere? Like maybe start it here and then bring it over to there, like that. And then we'll put in, say, a granite door, because this will kind of be an outside door. Put that in, say, right there. And how about we did a wooden door in here just for a little easier access between these two areas? Okay, let them do that. And then kind of chill for a little bit. Butch is going to try and keep up with the stone blocks that I just spent there. How's the excavation process going over here? Good. More steel. A little bit more gold. What's the next thing? Oh, there's manhunters. Oh, dear. Okay. Manhunting sparrows. That is not a phrase you call... Oh, wow, that's a lot of manhunting sparrows, isn't it? Boy, that's an exceptional amount of manhunting sparrows. Team... First of all, everyone go in the runaway zone, especially the mechs, because they are very, very prone to attack. Team, come out here, and also Butch, because I need your tigers. I don't know that they're necessarily going to... Oh, wow. Oh, no, they're moving very quick. Oh, they found that mech, and they are in love with that mech. Move, 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 move. Okay, couple of sparrows in here. One or two sparrows have breached the perimeter. So sparrow duty down here. Yep, they breached the perimeter a little bit. The mech's going down. It's always the mechs. It's always the mechs. Well, I tell you what, if that door closed and they just got stuck in there, that would solve many of my problems. Are you gonna... I know the mech's going down. I get that. That's fine. Yeah, see, one of them's holding the door open. This is a very well-organized group of manhunting sparrows. They just keep holding the door open for themselves. That was very clever of you. I will admit, that was exceptionally clever of you. I'm kind of thinking we just go out and, like, do some murders. They're sparrows. I mean, how bad could this possibly be? Get the Militors involved with this, too. So you can go over here. And where was Militor number 2? You're right there. Cool. Come over, say, here. And they're sparrows. I don't think we need to put a lot of effort into this. Release the tigers, and then Butch, why don't you just kind of peel back a little bit there, because you're largely useless apart from your tigers, which are admittedly awesome. I mean, it's the best part of you, is your tigers. Everything else, not as much, really. The Militors are making their way in here. We've killed many, many sparrows. The tigers are killing many more sparrows. Many sparrows are dying to tiger fangs, and the tigers just taking their sweet time with these, too. I think we've probably dealt with the problems here. Do we see any more? We do not. Okay, everybody's off duty, team. Hey, Dweepster, could you grab your mechanoid, please? Repair the aggro-hand, because we, like, wicked need that. And then on that, when the thing comes back up, home zone, you can definitely be in the home zone. Lifter needs to go everywhere. You guys are in the home zone. And then all of the people can now be unrestricted again. Actually, guys, there's still some more sparrows. I don't know if they're still angry sparrows. They know... Are you an angry sparrow? Yeah, you are in fact manhunting. Hey team, we gotta kind of get back out here. There's more sparrows than I anticipated, and they're gonna go right for the mechs again. Right for the mechs. Here we go. Yeah, the mech thing is happening. Just line up over here. Sorry, there's way more sparrows than I thought, guys. They're very, very angry sparrows. Another mech is down, and there's more sparrows. Okay, are we done now? I believe the answer is yes. Hey, Dweeb, got another mech down here. Repair the clean sweeper, please, when you get a chance. Thank you. Actually, this one's a little more priority. Repair that aggro-hand. Okay, that was fun. Hey, you know what though? That'll be a lot of dead sparrows. Some of them indeed do have scaria, but not all of them. So that's some more food right there. And we're cleaning up after the sparrows. And nobody really took any serious hits out of that, which was good. Which mech needs repair now? The clean sweeper. Sure. Dweeb, what are you doing? Meditating. That's a terrible use of your time. Why don't you go do that? Go deal with your mech down there. And have we made any progress in the whole stone block game? Kind of. Vaguely. Beta's going to break down momentarily. Beta, I don't really have a solution for you. I don't have any hardcore narcotics. I don't even have any light narcotics. I have nothing. We are working on it. If you just want to freak out, that's actually not the worst thing in the world. You just sort of wander off, so long as you don't go on a murder rampage. So, my large mech gestator here, what sort of nonsense can we do with this? A pikeman? That'd be fun. A tunneler. I'm going to assume you do mining. Boy, that would save a lot of time, wouldn't it? That would save a lot of time. So do I want insane pikeman, flamethrower guy, get up in your face guy, laser guy, or just a tunneler? That's plasteel and components that I don't actually have at this moment. Yeah, it's getting into heavier and heavier materials to make these guys. I'm going to get that tunneler. That sounds really good. Hey, Dweeb, how many more, like, things can you hold? 6? I got to get you... I think it's like a better hat or something. Like, you get a better hat, and then all of a sudden you can command more things. Over here, am I remembering that correctly? A bandwidth pack. Show me. What does that do? Yeah, show me that. Expansion computer and antenna, maximum local band, total bandwidth. Yeah, I want one of them. That's the thing I want. What does that take? Steel, components, and 2 signal chips that I don't have. I have a signal chip. Yeah, I've got a single signal chip. So I really do kind of need to use the thing where we summon the things. Ooh, components. We summon the things, and then, you know, we defeat them. And then we take their stuff. Who needs a mech repair now? This guy. Dweeb. You know what? You're asleep. It'll be fine, Dweeb. We'll get it later. I'm sure it'll come up. I see the Agrahand has finally gotten around to doing this thing. So, I can't... Is there any other way for me to expand how many mechs I can hold at any given time? That's one of them. Control pack. No. Don't make that. I just want to read about it. So, control pack, that does what? A Mechanitor control 1 additional control group. Aha! Well, surely that would accomplish the goal there. Unless it's 6 total and I can assign them into groups of my choice, which I believe it probably is. That would make a great deal of sense. What else could I be doing around here? We could be making an array headset. Remind me what that one does, please. Control more mechs. Oh, perfect. Great. Good. What does that take? That's just stealing components. Oh, perfect. Yeah, give me one of those. I will have one of those, please. An array headset. Won't be able to make it right now. Don't have the components for it, but hope springs eternal around here. Actually, we could just find that vein of components. So I might be able to pull enough out of that to make that happen. It looks like a pretty good vein, too. There's at least another 8 in there. Raphael's going on the other side of this steel vein, which is good. That's plenty of steel. Well, maybe I will stay here. Now I found a big pocket of steel. Let's not pin all our hopes and dreams on that, shall we, Dave? Let's not pin all our hopes and dreams on that. Baby's coming in, putting some components down. Beta's got a corpse obsession. Cool. Fun. Neat. Don't we all, really, at the end of the day? Don't we all? So you're going to go dig something up and then put it on a table somewhere. Where are you even going to find a corpse? Oh, over here. Yeah, that's a good spot to find a corpse. You ain't wrong, kid. Who are you digging up? Oh, that's just gross. You got Doug. Doug's seen better days. We're digging up Doug. Yeah, Doug used to be in charge of tigers around here, and now not so much. Where are you planning on putting Doug? Because you're kind of going the long way around here. There was a perfectly good door right there. Beta. Oh, you're just going to pop him down there. Oh, fun. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Lumpy, what you research? Could we maybe bury Doug? What do you mean, no empty accessible spot? Bury him in his thing. Did he lose his thing? Assign Doug. Yeah, go assign Doug. I would like Doug to be in that. Yeah, Doug, please. One Doug, thank you very much. Wait, where did we put Doug? Hang on. Oh, no, we're moving Doug. Okay, Doug's going back now. All right. Sorry about that, Doug. You can't hear me because you've been dead for quite a while. Good job there. Whoever did that, the lifter or whatever. Beta, that was neat. That was cool. Again, not actually the worst thing you can do. I've really got to find you some narcotics soon, because you're going to keep doing nonsense like that. Eventually, we'll get some psychoid out of here. There's a happy tree. That's cool. I don't really know if I want to get into dryads right now, but I will happily sell that to somebody. Be very happy to just sell that to somebody else in exchange for literally anything but a happy tree. Okay. What's my next move here? Continuing to work on the throne room, he says optimistically. What could I do? I could just do a slate floor across the whole thing and then replace it later. Because the more royal he gets, the more fussy he's going to be about his throne room. Could I do that entire thing in slate? Do I have enough for that? So slate tile. Yeah, that should be fine. Could put that in there. And also, let's start putting up some columns, because they love columns. They're like wicked into columns. Like column, 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 column. There we go. Orbital tech is done. Great. So now I can get into the back suit game. Neat. Let's dial back a little bit here. What else could we get into here? Is there anything way back here that I really, really need to be doing? We're working on Wake Up eventually. Why don't we just... I think we're doing that with a book, but why don't we just finish that off real quick? And then maybe look at carpets or harps. Actually, we do need harps eventually, and noble apparel. Yeah, just slam through Wake Up, and then we'll go into harp and noble apparel. If I'm going to make the kid royal, I may as well make him royal. We've done Wake Up. Great, good, cool. All right, so just get a harp going, because we don't have nearly enough harps in this town. And then if I'm going to do the throne, kind of may as well do the good one. So furniture, the grand meditation throne, 300 steel, or 300 something, basically, and then something else. The problem is I kind of just blew all my slate blocks on the thing. Yeah, Beta's off his trip. That's cool. I need some more stone blocks. But if I'm going to do the throne, I may as well do the good throne. Why don't we... What do I have a lot of right now? Granite. Why don't we say we just actually make some granite blocks in the interim and bump that to number 1? And I don't know, just make a bunch. I just need like 300-ish, so I don't need this many, but more will be better. It's not going to be a bad idea to have more. And speaking of crafting, Butch, what are you doing? You're sound asleep. Less valuable. Less valuable, really, isn't it? Are we going to make any moves on this? So, Dweeb, could you maybe start putting some things in there? Not enough bandwidth. Oh, you need the bandwidth, period, to even begin to make it. Okay, that makes a degree of sense. What do I have down here? Oh, my infinite chem reactor. I forgot about that. I forgot I even got that. Oh, yeah, we should totally install that somewhere, because that's, like, really cool. This looks like it explodes. Why don't we put it down here? And I can get, as the name might imply, infinite chem fuel. Who has the flu? Tony and Tony have the flu. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sure somebody will deal with you, eventually. I'm sure that will happen. We could use some more medicine. We've got a little bit growing over here, but not much. How's food looking in general? Not bad. Anything we want to go slaughter? Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of deer here. Let's take out all of these guys. And get that turkey while you're out and about. Go ahead and take care of that. Hey, Dweeb, you're up. Hang on, Dweeb, go deal with your mech here. Repair Militor number 2, please. Yeah, Beta's doing some medicine over there on the tigers. That'll be fine. Okay, what was I working on before I was so rudely interrupted with people having freakouts? A mad boomalope, apparently. That's what I was working on. Neat. Fun. Again, team, if we could just... We're just going to keep this one nice and simple. If we can just kind of shoot it, that'd be... Oh, it's going the wrong way. That's fussy. Go over here, guys. Go over here. Hopefully it doesn't find him. Maybe Butch, actually not. Maybe don't do like the things you're doing right now because those ideas are terrible. Okay, thank you. So we're not taking the tigers on this one because they boomlopes explode. How about we just kind of line up here, and why don't we slow things down a little bit, and then we'll find some boomlopes to shoot. Never mind, guys. Never mind. He's coming back. Just stay where you were. And there we go. And he'll explode eventually. Cool. So all of you guys are off duty. Thank you. It'll explode. It'll be all ouchy and fire. And oh no, put out the fire. But we'll learn to cope. So I got to get the better hat or whatever before I get anything else. Well, why don't we bump the array headset up a little bit? And we'll focus on that. Like, for instance, Butch, could you work on that? Under skill level 6. So that's going to be a beta gig. All right, beta, have a snack, and then I want to get you working on that, please. Could you work at the machining table? Thank you so much. No, don't make the LMG. No. We must be missing components. Yeah, actually, beta, don't do that right now. So stop it. Because I would actually like you to work on anything else. The LMG is great, but I don't want to blow all of our components on that. So you need 8 components. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have 8 components. I don't have any... The component thing. The component thing is just killing me. There's some up here. Ironically, if I got the digging thing, I could probably get these out faster, but I can't get those out faster until I make a better hat. And once I make a better hat, then I can make the thing that digs the thing out faster that I could have got in the first place. You see how that's all coming together there. Okay, next. Still thinking about whether we live here or not. I really am. I'm just not seeing the vision of Dweeb. Usually at this point in a colony, I see exactly where it's going to go. And like, we're going to do this. Whether we get there or not is a completely other thing. But yeah, maybe, Mac, maybe don't be like right next to the explodey thing. That's a terrible idea, kid. That's such a bad idea. What is the problem? Oh, there's a raid. Okay. There's a raid. Alrighty. Everybody inside. Everybody just come inside, please. We're all just going to hang out inside. Alright. What's their deal? Let's take a look here. Oh, that's a large number of them. They seem to be all melee-oriented, though. Wow, that's really bad news for them. Because we're not melee-oriented. We're more shooty-gun-oriented. I could almost just take the fight to them. I think we've got that. I think we've You throw in a few tigers, and I think we've very, very comfortably got that. How many of us are armed? Almost all of us at this point. Now that I'm looking at Wraiths, somebody said I hadn't done Wraiths priorities in here. Yeah, no, he's basically taken care of. He doesn't do a lot. That's the problem. So you can do cooking. Actually, Dweeb, why don't you back off of cooking, and you can be #1 on cooking, and just make sure that you are at least doing the things that I need you to do. Yeah, Wraith doesn't actually do a lot around here. Remind me, are you armed? You've got a rifle, LMG, bolt-action rifle, heavy SMG. Actually, I say we need better weapons. We don't have the worst weapons. We've just got not great weapons. Raphael, do you do anything? No, you don't do anything at all. I'm going to put you behind Butch, because Butch has tigers and you don't. And we're just going to go deal with this problem. We're not even going to fuss with this. This seems like a fairly innocuous raid in that they only have melee weapons. So gun versus spear. All you have to do with a gun is stand farther away than the guy with the spear. It's a elementary military tactic. I've got a bow, you've got a stabby weapon. I'll just be up on this hill, and you take your sweet time trying to get over me. And by the way, I've killed you in the meantime. So let's go like here-ish, and we should hopefully be able to get a shot in there. Should have brought maybe a Militor or two, but, well, you've only got the 2, Dave. But I don't think we really need it here. I think this is going to be fine if we can hit anything. Good, go up here, see if maybe some other people can get... There we go, that's more like it. Cannot hit anything. We are so terrible at this. We're blindly shooting here. We're killing them. They seem to be completely not caring about this. You coming in? Vaguely. You're just hanging out, just getting shot. Wow, you really not having a lot of perception here, are you? I think you finally figured out that we're here. Oh, now you figured out that we're here. Guess what I've got? Tigers. Okay, everybody start peeling back. Let the tigers do their job. Okay, this is what tigers are for. Everybody just come back here. There we go. Yeah, tigers have dealt with the problem. There we go. Okay, cool. Everybody can go home. Good job, tigers. Yay, tigers. They're still continuing to fight them. Oh, are you alive? Are you any good? You're not terrible, but you're not fantastic. How big do I really need this colony to be? You have some skills. You have some skills. I'm not saying you don't have skills. Crafting, that'd actually be really good. And social. Okay, I will, for the moment, capture you and we'll reevaluate you later. I'm more excited about your Jade. Your Jade is fantastic. I love everything that you're doing with Jade. There's even more Jade up here. This is great. And then these people, we can just, I don't know, whatever it is we do to corpses, I'm never 100% sure, bury them or something. We'll put them, we put them in the toxic waste pile, which is also the Hall of the Dead. Yeah, I should put a sign up or something around here, like legit don't go in here. Bad idea. Why does this not have power? Did I unconnect that and then not reconnect it? You should be powered up. What is your problem here? Do you need something like right there? It seems to me you should... you're connected to this. No, that's very stupid. No, this thing, please. Connect it to something else. Thank you. You better now? There we go. Okay, you were connected to the wrong thing. So that's why there's all this pollution around here, because it's 48 degrees in the toxic waste dump. That's fine. We'll fix that. That will come along eventually. That's gonna come right down, right? We're gonna bring that right down. Yeah, why don't we bring that right down? That's why we're emitting pollution into the atmosphere. Not connected to the right thing. You know what? That's gonna happen in any toxic waste dump. You know, no one can build a perfect toxic waste dump. I'm not talking about RimWorld. I mean in the real world. You're going to have some latent pollution around the area. That's just going to happen. It's just a thing we accept, being, human beings and all. Virion, how messed up? Oh, wow. We will probably not make it. It's very unlikely we're going to be able to heal you in time. And you're saying to me, Virion, why didn't you put up a temporary sleeping spot up here and heal me? What sort of monster are you? And I'm saying I'm the kind of monster that doesn't really care whether you live or die. So... yeah, we're not gonna sweat this. Don't worry about Virion here. However, everyone can go back into unrestricted, as can the animals, because they go outside and hunt, and then the usual things here. So you could definitely be in. I don't really need you in unrestricted. You can be in the home zone, as can you. The only thing I need unrestricted is the lifter, because they can go all over the map and do things. Yeah, Virion died. Not surprised. Very, very, very clear on that. You were not going to live... well, you, in fact, were not going to live longer than an hour. I can tell you right now, I've got some decent doctors, but not that good. Harp is already done. Good, go get into noble apparel. Now I need to put up the smithing table, though, to make the harp. It's one thing after another, isn't it? The chem fuel thing's doing great, though. I'm going to get 75 chem fuel in 9.3 days. Just sits there, makes chem fuel out of the air, I guess. Oh, you didn't blow up. Oh, that was fun of you. Maybe because it was raining. That might be a thing. I appreciate you not blowing up. That really helps me, actually. I could put up some more hydroponics, but that's going to drain more of my components that I don't really have. Although, I've got some on the map. There's some up here we can get. I'd like to put up another hydroponics solely to put up more psychite. Because we are, Beta's having a trip. So, hang on. One of those areas doesn't work. I think it's that corner up there won't be in range. Yeah, that corner up there and these two corner pieces down here. But I could definitely put one up here and up here in the future. And when that gets going, I'll just designate that for psychoid. Actually, this one's being drained right now. Why don't we make this one psychoid, and then the other one can just be rice when it gets put up. All right. Once again, now what? The throne room thing's coming together. That's not doing bad at all. And we have made a bunch of granite, at least enough to do what I need, which is the Grand Meditation Throne. So, granite Grand Meditation Throne. Again, if you're going to put up the throne, you may as well put up the good one. Because you're only going to have to replace it later. That's going to take them like a game year to put together. It's going to take so long for them to put that together. So, we're not even going to bother with that right now. I'd also like to get another hydroponics up for Heal Root. We're not so great on the medicine here. I'd love to see a lot more than that. I mean, some of this is coming in, but not as much as I might ideally like. And then I got to get Dweeb a better hat, which again requires, you guessed it, kids, components that I don't have and are very, very long time to make. And it's just basically Butch scrambling here, trying to do all of these things. And the thing is, I kind of need all of them. I need the stone blocks, I need the steel, and I need the components. We need a little bit of everything around here, and I don't got it. Am I going to stay here? I guess this is really the question. Am I going to stay here? I keep building. Now, I'm certainly not shy about building out here. If I am going to stay, we're going to have to think about a redesign. I'd like to see this area tidier in the sense of maybe smashing down these mountains, building a corridor wall kind of thing here, and then using this as usable space. And this trap corridor will not keep raids out forever. It's good, but it won't stop everything. We're going to have to think about turrets and maybe a kill box kind of thing. I mean, I hesitate to use the infinite zombie generator, aka the Dave box, hashtag trademark copyright the Dave box, because I don't have the means to do it. I don't have the zombie dust stuff from Anomaly. We might get that at some point, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, defenses would have to get beefed up. I'm not going to be able to rely on those defenses forever. And we're okay, that's protected. I was thinking defenses, which made me think raid, which made me think, is my cooler defended? And indeed it is. Is this one up here defended? Yeah, I know it is not. They're going to go right for that. Okay, just put up I don't care, any kind of wall. Doesn't really matter. The thing is, they can't see it, they won't go for it. Hey, how about you don't build it out of steel, because you wicked need steel? How about you build it out of maybe slate? You know, a thing that you've got a lot of and can get more of very, very easily. So put that like that, and then I need to unroof that area just for safety's sake. So remove this area, okay? No roof in that area, please. Next, pretty much sitting around waiting for Dweeb's hat. Dweeb's magic hat where he can control more things. Noble apparel, already done. Wow, we slammed through this. You know what, do carpet making. I don't even know if I have any cotton going. Do I have any cotton going? Psychoid. What season is it? Spring. I could start to get some cotton going. Do I have any good rich soil around here? Not really. What's that over there? Is that mud or rich soil? That is rich soil. Okay, let's do a little bit of that. Let's do a growing zone kind of here to occupy that area. Oh, that was a terrible one. Get rid of that one. That's just one square. This, however, can all be cotton. There we go. Okay. Dweeb, where are you going? You're butchering things. What died? Apparently a deer died. Okay, good. Well, we'll eat that. That's a good thing to be eating. Anything else to slaughter? Turtle? Sure. Take out a guinea pig or two. How hard can that possibly be? Just squish a guinea pig. And then I'll start working on more stuff here. I kind of need to move the ship, but I can't do that. I could move the thrusters. There would be ways to move the thrusters. Yeah, it's because if I put something here, the ship isn't going to be able to fire off. That's fine. I can move the thrusters around. That's the easy part. All right, don't sweat. In fact, you know what? Just do that now while you're thinking of it. You've got a fair number of panels left. So yeah, put, let's see, do like a couple of panels, I don't know, here. And then make sure it's even. 2 over there. Cargo pods, you say? What can you interest me with today? What is that? Ooh, neutral amine. That's not bad. Get some cotton, and we could actually be on our way to making our own medicine. All right, what have I really accomplished today? I have the beginnings of a throne room put together. We've got the larger mech gestator going. And if I can get a better hat... Ooh, exotic goods trader. That's trade ship, too. Hey, Dweeb, you want to go talk to this nonsense, please? They might have something good. So I was going to start to wrap up, but let's just get through this trade real quick. They've got a duck. Cool. Nice. Excellent. Right. Well, obviously, they have components. Quite a few of them, too. If I said I wanted to buy all of that, that's 3,000 to me right out of the gate. I'm kind of thinking about selling that shuttle engine. I can already hear comments screaming at me, don't sell the shuttle engine. Don't sell the shuttle engine. But I've already got a ship. I don't need this per se. You can have my bioferrite. I barely ever use that. Let's see. Reinforced barrel. No, I need that. You can have the happy tree. You're welcome to that. Do we have any art that we made? One. Okay, we made one sculpture. Cool. What have you got for bionics? Hand talon. Nice. Field hand. Okay. Bionic arm. Nobody's going to turn down a bionic arm. Not me, anyway. Wow, you have a ton of books. So what have you got? Advanced Psychic Rituals. I might kind of take that because it's just really hard to study in general. Long blades, okay. Construction, that's always a good one. And recreation, fine. Any good neurotrainers? Nope, not really. Not really. Okay, how am I going to pay for all of these components? Because these components would solve many of my problems. And I think the answer is that shuttle engine. I can hear comments screaming at me, don't sell the shuttle engine, don't sell the shuttle engine. But there it is. I went ahead and sold the shuttle engine. Ooh, I could temporarily get some Psychite tea. That'll keep Beta happy for a little bit until I can be making my own hardcore narcotics. That's about all I've got to sell. I don't have no gold. If I sold like 100 of this, knowing that gold is actually not that hard to come by, that really lowers the money I'm spending here. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, do that. Okay. They like us a little bit more, but more importantly, now I've just got a whole bunch of components that just came in. Hey, Beta, why don't you go grab a quick cup of tea? All right, just go drink that. I know you're having a bit of a bad day. Smog will like it too. I think, Smog, you are genetically predisposed to this. Yeah, you are. Smog's having some tea. Okay, cool. Yep, Smog's going to feel better. It's a stopgap measure, but it's better than nothing. And why don't I turn another one of the hydroponics onto Psychite? Just because this is going to keep... Oh, you're already on it. Never mind, you're already on it. And then I should have some over here. Not growing very quickly, but some is happening. And eventually we'll get that cotton going. Okay, those components should solve many of my immediate problems. Actually, it looks like Dweeb's making some tea over there. That will get me enough to deal with my mech issues over here. The better hat so I can get the better mech, etc., etc., etc. But that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Guys, do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. We'll see you next time. Yeah, I know your patience is wearing thin. My patience is wearing thin. I've killed a guy and you walked in here in that shirt. What kind of umbrella is worth 1,600? Is it woven from unicorn tears? All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. I know you're all saying to yourselves, you know, where on YouTube do I think I could find this? Where do I think I could find this? And you're going to say to yourself, Dave's probably streaming right now.